song. I know that he can compete with someone like a George. Not saying that that he should be competing. I mean, there's enough to go around for everyone. But I'm saying he has the range of a George Lamont. He can sing like a Mark Anthony as well. He has an incredible voice.
Yeah, I think that when we put these shows together, we always tried to, separate the artists, into groups. Like let's put these three together. Let's put these three together, and it's always the same combination. We want to put George Lamont, TKA, and Coro in the same show. I mean, or Judy Torres got to be in there as well, or Cynthia. But it's always the same groups that we want to have together, because I know that you guys just can have a great stew of music together. Not the punt on your cooking right now, but you guys can get together at any time and just perform together if you wanted to.
To me, all those people that you mentioned are my friends and people who I think deserve their legendary status. In speaking of Coro, when we got together to do this song, I've been dying to do something with him for the longest time, and I already had. The funny thing about this song is that chorus that you hear him sing wasn't part of the record. I invited him to the studio, and he wanted to hear all the stuff that I was doing, and I really wanted. The truth of the matter is, I wanted to put him on Do or Die. Back then, and I started playing this record, and as soon as I heard the record, I heard his voice, and that line that you hear him sing, I wrote on the spot. And I just said, this is what the line is. This is how you start it. Just sing it. And as soon as he opened his mouth, that's exactly what I wanted. And he went in there and he was done in I swear to you, he was done in 10 minutes.
There's something unique about the song, though, and that is that even though Coro is singing his lines, you're actually narrating them or rapping them or so why did you choose to do it that way?
What you guys have seen me do on the other of Give Your Love to Me or Maria back in the day was soneos, what the salsa artists would do, and I hadn't done it in a long time, and I wanted to do it again, but I wanted to do it again on the right track to make it special. I want it to be epic. So I've been looking for the right track to do it, and when I found this track in particular, as soon as the song came in, I had the idea, I always talk to you about my process, how I start writing the song. And I start writing it, honestly, from a rap standpoint. I start writing it like if it was a rap record. And then I change what that rap is into a melody. So that's what happened with this song. The fact to me is that I like the rap version of it better than the melody version of it. So I kept it this way. I also think that I think that though a lot of people don't like when I say this, this community is a stone throws away in either direction to say to the right or to the left. We're in the middle, and we're to the right, to the left of dance music and to the right of hip hop. So to be married in between those two, to be stuck in between those two, we don't have to just necessarily take the sound of the drums to carry that, energy across. We can turn around and rap.
The music is called freestyle, so
it's freestyle.
The creativity has to be there as well.
But you and I, we've had this conversation. A lot of the people out there who do most of this music, the purists out there who listen to this music are not willing to accept changes, like that, unless it's given to them in a package that they'll enjoy, hidden. It's almost, it has to come in incognito before they accept it.
Or we can just continue promoting good music and let them catch up, right?
Yeah. Which I hope they, I hope they do. It's 2016, and we love a music that needs to evolve so that it can continue and reach the younger generation and be able to influence younger people than our our bass. You know, I'm not going to get into the bass conversation because you and I always talk about this. But
well, we're gonna continue to put shows as we did last week on April 15th, where we had generations of freestyle listeners and Clubhouse dance music fans all in one place. We had grandmothers last week. We had their daughters. They had their daughters there, and I think that dynamic is better. We had a lot of young kids loving freestyle. We had a lot of young kids, 11, 12, 15, listening to the music, putting down their phone, not on Facebook, but listening to the artist perform, and that's what we need to do more often.
Yeah, I'm happy that the people up there are, embracing this form of music still in the way that that it is, and I hope that it continues to trickle and grow and and expand itself again as it did at one point.
Absolutely.
So that this next generation can be influenced and be able to do it. I mean, there's people out there that are influenced by it. Mark Anthony told me about people that, around the world when he goes, to South America that are influenced by the freestyle that he did. And when he goes overseas, he talks about the people that are influenced by, by his early freestyle stuff. And Mark, at that time, wasn't, he was doing a lot of backgrounds for Tony Moran and for Chrissy Ais and for Sapphire back then. But, for them to still figure out that it was him and still want to hear that type of music, it lets you know that, we still are viable. And not as oldie shows, but as current shows.
Now let's have some fun with your album. You have an interlude here, and you have a song called Mira Mira. And
okay.
I thought it was a lot of fun when these two combined together, because it's a funny skit mixed with another party record, but it has one of your features is a rapper. And what is this rapper's name?
He's called The Last American B-Boy. He's a video director. He's honestly a video director that does videos for people like Ron Browse and a lot of the hip-hop artists that are out there today. He also works with Vlad TV and many other, VladTV.com, which is a hip-hop website. But he's a good friend of mine, and he always frequents the studio, that me and P Version record out of. And he came into the studio one day, and he talked about how much he loved the case, my K7 stuff, and how much, when he was a kid, he enjoyed the TKA stuff. And I said, well, maybe we can get on the track. And originally, I used him on some of the King's Agenda stuff a few years back, and then we decided to do another song. And then when we did this, it just worked so well. And this again proves that freestyle can still sound cool with a rap in it. To me, in just my opinion. And I hope you guys like it. Oh, the interlude first. The interlude itself comes from what I consider the process. The song that you hear in the background was actually a song that was for part of this album. And I love the chorus so much, but I hated the original verses to the song. So that's why, what you hear, we turned it into a skit where the chorus plays, but, everything else is not there no more.
Well, let's check it out. Once again, it's the live listening party for TKA's brand new album, Love Goes On. Comes out on April 22nd. Let's check out Mira Mira.
Oh, what's up, baby? I miss you. You don't miss me? Oh, I was in the studio all day. What do you mean you don't care? You know no one could love you like I can, baby.
No one can kiss you like I do. No one can touch you like I do. No one can freak you, baby. No one can freak you, baby. No one can do you like I do.
Hello? Baby? You there? Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
TKA.
You're listening to Clubhouse Dance
Nobody else in the world can make me feel like you do. Nobody but you. The way you smile, girl, and laugh, it makes me hungry for you. I wanna taste the bit of you. Those hips, that ass, he got me stalking you. I try to keep away from you.
It's brains making music. shower, spray some cologne. Hey, pretty girl, can you make a snake moan? Shake up the castle, king on the throne. Big dog with a big bone, big bone. Big bone, jump off the leash. Now it's dinner time, whoop, jump off the beast. Tell everybody I'm the man on the street. Your girlfriend's loving my speech. Hot fire, dial on the gate. King Neffy Neffy, you know I rhyme great. Now I gotta go when she's yelling out, wait, cause the number I gave her was fake.
Keep away from you. You try to keep away from me, but I can't keep away from you. Mira, 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 como mueve, mueve. Mira, 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 como mueve. Mira, 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 mira.
Here's CPR with you. TKA live listening party. Mira, mira.
Hello.
Actually, that's one of the worst things you can say to a woman right now. You know, mira, 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 mira.
Well, we older, so we know that we can't do that. Expect a remix from that song. I'm going to end up doing a very long, extended version, which will have like the soneos like I did at the end of Maria and Give Your Love to Me.
That's awesome.
That won't be out until probably like late summer, early fall.
I got a short period of time to debut the 3 remaining tracks, but I was laughing because I always try to do the rap, and I get to a certain point, but you know I gotta catch my breath. so it's always fun listening to Mira Mira.
All right, so could I pick out? I want to end off on a high note, so let's do it in this order. Let's do it in the order that's on the album. That way we could end off on a danceable way out.
Okay.
Is that decent?
Yes.
All right. So could I? Are you throwing it to me so that I can talk about this next song?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. This next song, which is number 10 on the album, is actually the oldest song on the album. That song I wrote in 1998, right around the time. In fact, the same week that I wrote "When Will I See You Again." It was written for a project that I was doing for Joey Gardner. Joey Gardner had asked me to go into a studio in Manhattan. He had free studio time, and any artist knows that free studio time is what we always want. So I walked into the free studio time. I didn't have to pay anybody, not even the engineers or the musicians, and I started writing a batch of songs. We called the batch of songs, we call it the House of Pain because of where we recorded it at. So when we recorded these versions, there was like 10 different songs. When Will I See You was part of this batch, and a few other songs that eventually you will get to hear, probably in the second half of the year, more towards late October, early November, which there's going to be a smaller EP with like 6 or 7 songs that we put out before year's end. And in that batch, you'll hear other songs from this album. This song was a song that I wanted to remake with P Version, and it's called Dedicated. And it's the first song that I believe that when we go to a wedding and perform at a wedding, we'll be happy enough to sing because it's not about heartbreak or loss. It's about love and finding someone who merits your attention, and and that you're grateful to have this person be all yours and no one else's.
I can't wait to play it. We're going to do it right now. As TKA, Dedicated, part of the brand new album, Love Goes On. It is available on April 22nd. Right now, it's CPR with you, live on Clubhouse Dance Music, as we feature the live listening party for TKA, Love Goes On, the album. This song is track number 10. It's Dedicated.